Yes, welcome back. We are gliding slowly to the end of this part of the show with our special guest tonight. All right, another question that I want to ask, perhaps you also have an answer. Some of the questions I have asked other people. I remember for 1 week or thereabouts, we talk about it, we asked some of the questions. From the beginning of, before Nigeria became a country called Nigeria, now the British, now they colonized Nigeria, just as France colonized some other Francophone countries. And so we were using pounds as our currency with Britain. But by the time we changed to Naira and Kobo in 1973, they asked people to call and tell me, and nobody don't give any better reason. At what point, if British colonized every part of Nigeria, north, west, south, east, how come, at what point other rest part of Nigeria agree with the Arab world to be using Arabic inscription or word on our Naira note? And some of us are suspecting that because during the centenary celebration 2014, former President Goodluck Jonathan, when he printed 100 Naira note for the centenary celebration, Islamic impression, not they not use Arabic word. They not use that for Naira. And when Buhari come now, that currency has not been printed again. That's why the 100 Naira note is always tattered. You don't see a clean 100 Naira note. Some of us suspect that because no Arabic word on it. At what point do you think the rest Nigerian leaders, especially the nationalist leaders or movement people, at what point they agree say they would use Arabic, they write Naira? When the SAHARA have not colonized any part of Nigeria.
The question you should ask yourself is at what point did we agree to be colonized? We're not there. But my suspicion will say it was also part of it. You know, as white people they take slaves, Arabs were also taking slaves. And what happened to Africa? Now, competition between the people who come from the north to colonize Africa, Arabs, and the people who come from the high seas to colonize Africa, the white people. Some of them passed through, of course, some of them passed through desert, but mostly they came through the high seas. And the first leaders where we get, they were from the northern part. So decisions that were supposed to be made as to how the Naira will look and all of that were made based on those kind of compromises that were made at that time. But like I said, I wasn't there. I was born in 1971 after the war had ended. So I don't know how so many of these decisions were taken, and I don't know what Jonathan did, printing money with no Arabic inscriptions and the ones that had Arabic inscription. The thing where I know we say the Naira don't get any value anymore. So that one, it doesn't matter what is inscribed on it, the value has depreciated over there, and that is what we should address. For me, I know they even worry about paper money anymore because a lot of countries are no longer dealing on paper money. People are dealing about blockchain technology now. They are dealing with bitcoins. Bitcoin is not going to get any inscription because now digital money, and that's where we should actually focus on. To leave behind, I cannot wait to leave behind this regime of Buhari. We could just ease them out so that the Baba will go back to the 150 cows. For the where they worship, where they are for there, so that Nigeria will have a fresh list of life. All this discussion we will have about waiting the dividers, it is done to keep us the way we are, to keep us angry, divided, bitter. But the most important question I ask us is, what are we doing about our situation? What are you doing to change the objective conditions? Whether you are concerned about the inscription of the Naira new or the inscription of hunger inside your stomach, what are you doing about it? I think that's what is my own major concern, because the moment we get out of it and a new generation of leaders come, so many of this rubbish we talk about now will not even appear at all. We're not going to see them at all. So
Buhari said some few weeks back that Abacha who killed Abiola was his mentor. And a week later, he gave June 12 to the Southwesterners. How do you feel that somebody who openly said that Abacha was his mentor, and Abacha was responsible for the death of Abiola, and the same man, they can pacify the Southwest with June 12?
I think Professor Wole Soyinka don't respond to that one well on our behalf. In front of Buhari, they tell us, say, you know fit, they use one hand to respect the killer and the criminal, and then you come and talk, say, Abiola deserves, you know. So I think that's resolved by Soyinka's speech. It gave a very eloquent response to that stupidity, and I'm satisfied with it. The thing to note is that a Greek gift. The June 12 recognition is a great gift to titilize, to just excite people in the Southwest to see, oh, you know, it's the same way they went and brought up Obasanjo as a great gift to Yorubas. But the Yorubas know better now that
they know. That
was, you know, it's just like somebody is looking into your house and you say, okay, I want you to send my children to school. You say, you must send one of my child to school. And it comes to pick out your child where they the dullest in the house. You know, say no will graduate now. You didn't allow the parent to choose the brightest. You know, it's just like somebody comes to you now and say, won't give you scholarship for your house. You get 20 kids. And he insists that now your child will know they go school now and get the scholarship. How the thing go work? When the ones wait there for school actively, they say nothing give them scholarship. And the way I describe
I grew up knowing government proper, following government as a young boy too, young schoolboy. In 1979, no, 76, where Murtala was assassinated.
At the same time, women are usually graduate from private school with that.
1976, I don't follow where they killed Murtala Mohammed and Obasanjo became the head of state. I followed till he transited to civilian, that the Second Republic, headed by Shehu Shagari. That was when we thought we had left the shackles of military rule. It was the same, this President Buhari, that truncated the Shagari's civilian administration. And since then, we had been in the hands of the military for 35 years or thereabouts. Now the same man is back again in civilian clothing. As for me, I've not seen any good government in Nigeria before. One, I don't know whether in your growing up you found any government very good to you.
No.
To me, all has failed, all have failed successively.
Yes.
All right, so 2019 is your year. I'm endorsing it.
It's our year.
It's our year.
Yes.
It's our year.
Yes.
Any political platform or yet to be disclosed?
Yet to be disclosed. But we'll disclose them soon.
Very soon.
We'll disclose our political platform. We just tell our followers, even and they're ready, anywhere we go, so that we will feel go at once. You know, because work will start immediately we declare political platform. We get political platform. We don't get political party right now. We get our political platform. Now take it back movement. We get movement, and they're very, very popular. Even children, they shout, take it back, take it back. You know, one woman even tell me one day, say, one day collect money for her husband. We not pay him for soup. And the man comes and say, where's my money? Say, I've taken it back for myself. So, but the movement is growing, is very strong. Millions of Nigerians are across. Everywhere we've been, which is available online, you see as they receive us. We go to Jalingo. I've never been to Jalingo myself. People they wait, young people they wait for us, they want our country back. Yola and Adamawa State, we went to Jos, the call was packed. We've been to Umahia, Aba, Port Harcourt, Warri, we've been to Benin, Akure.
Do you usually go to the youth in those areas, or you go to the opinion leaders, or?
Oh, it's both now. When I went to Kano, I went to see the Emir of Kano City, the former central bank governor. I went to his palace. And he gave us full traditional military honors. You know, all the Dogaris were there, present. When we went to Kaduna, we went to see Balarabe Musa, we went to see Sheikh Gumi, and we also went on radio shows, and then we did a major town hall meeting in Kaduna. At Arewa House, it was jam-packed, to the extent that even when they took light, people refused to leave. So we also have all these things available. We went to Ilorin, which is the private estate of the Senate President.
Oh yes.
And the place was packed. You know, probably is the biggest crowd we've had was in Ilorin, because the people of Ilorin have always wanted to break free from that political transmagoria. Is that what that Senate, that House of Representatives?
How you go describe Buhari as a president?
I don't know.
President or?
Honestly, I don't know Buhari. I've never met him before. There was a time I was in New York, and that was around 2015 after he won, and he came to New York to the United Nations event, and he said he wanted to see me. I said I'm not interested, because I don't know what to say to him if I see him. I don't know if he understands me. I don't know if he listens to people. But I'm glad I didn't go, because it would have sent a wrong signal that maybe I have something private to do with him. But what I've heard about him is that most of the time you think he doesn't know what he's doing. He actually knows what he's doing. He says he's a very manipulative person. In the north, they call him Munafiki Banza. You know, that means a dishonest person.
Very dishonest.
Yes, they said, you know, it's somebody that is very manipulative.
Very cunning.
Yes. When we went to the north, that's what they call him. They call him Munafiki Banza.
Why I have always accused the National Assembly.
And they call the other politicians Barawu Banza.
Now he be thief then.
Yes.
All right. All the time I find myself so disappointed with the National Assembly, because Buhari preached rule of law when he was coming. How come the National Assembly, the entire legislature, will look Buhari flouting court orders by refusing to release Dasuki and Sasaki? Even West African courts, they don't talk tire, release these people, no agree. Is it that Buhari is more than the National Assembly, the lawmakers, everybody?
The National Assembly not be something we're supposed to talk for public. Those ones, they're just after their own stuff. They're not there to work for anybody. As long as allowances they flow. As we speak now, I hear say they don't go back to Russia, go watch football. Yes.
The only unifying factor.
Yes. There's nothing unifying about football. It's just an outlet to escape the hardship in the country. It's how can 90 minutes unify people who have been divided over 58 years? How
successful you go talk say the fight against corruption by Buhari has failed?
Well, which fight against corruption? You know, they fight corruption anymore. You know, the thing we say, the people where they fight corruption, now we. You know, I've done it for 12 years. If you no, make I not use if. When you win as a president, no, I know something too. I know something. Yes. When you win, finish. Yes. What dimension of fight against corruption you go? You know, say I'm sure if person like you win, in the first 100 days, more than 100 politicians go there for jail for corruption. No, it's the way the thing works is this. Because I know you have the address here. Yes. The way it works is this. I don't think government should be about telling people how many people you go to jail. It's to let you also be afraid of people who destroy the country to the extent that we cannot promise them a future that they deserve. Because they've all sentenced our own future to misery. We should speak to what will happen to them. Oh yeah, yes. That was why I asked the question. Yes, so I'm not afraid. I've never shied away from it. I went to Ilorin and said that the Senate President ought to be in jail. Inside Ilorin, they said nobody can come and mention his name in Ilorin. Why not? Yes, because you know they have configured a lot of Nigerians with panic buttons. So even without them pressing it, you go press on yourself the fear for no reason. Even journalists, especially electronic broadcast media, we have been conditioned or preconditioned to operate on self-censored now because now still they operate with license where you collect from government. What to stop you from the? I'm not censored. I'm not censored. Me. If government is threatening you for here, you can go and set up Facebook Live. Make them come to censor it for there. For we can have just one device. They broadcast to the same number of people where they reach. Oh yes. And that's the future. The future of radio station not be studio anymore. Now this device. So you know, and I don't want to make your guys a panic because I know say. But I'm not a panic. No, but the point I'm making is say, let everybody step up to the front lines.
All right.
Them go tire.
Are we for another break?
Since 4 minutes to go.
All right. After this break, maybe take 1, 2, 3 phone calls, and we allow our guests to go.
I appreciate your ladies, because you know our own government, will go respect ladies a lot, and as I see them for here, you could say even my energy come the flow. Pass when you sit down for the
I know.
Because man don't to control this world.
I know the offices that they belong to in your government.
Yes.
If you, when you
they come with 50-50 cabinet, 50% men, 50% women.
Women. You have 3, 4 here already.
Yes.
So you will be looking for
just
46.
a few more.
We are in the last part. Okay, we will still try telephone. Some people are looking forward most eagerly to talking with you or ask you questions. And of course, our WhatsApp.
Yes,
I'm sure there will be a lot of messages. So let's go to our message box, WhatsApp box, and of course, telephone. Okay, Najite is going to read out messages that are piled up here for our guest, Yore.
Bros, no, before he does that, can he just do one? He needs to give her one Pepsi.
Things too rough.
Yes, he needs to give her one Pepsi.
Yes, of course. So we take informate. Our hype man is here. His name is David, aka Davido, also known as Things Too Rough. My volume for this on the other side.
Yes, yes,
earpiece.
Yes, right. This information are from Pepsi. How also how work every. I hope everybody they catch that and can't wait for us. We know this because we know they have been Nigeria all the way. Yes, to celebrate this our Nigeria resilient nature. Pepsi don't arrange the Pepsi Nigeria all the way campaign where they in the trend now. You did everywhere. Should in case you don't know, I feel you in. Now campaign where you did for Nigerians. You understand? You know, so we get that resilient nature. Would they go outside? Would they walk? Get that never say never spirit, that power to prosper, that spirit to wake up in the morning and achieve, that spirit when they make us break for anything. And this is not the reason why Pepsi come when they celebrate in Nigeria. When I see the video now, the video just collected one BET award. Wizkid also shut down Club O2, that arena where they for London. And Tiwa Savage did their techno. All these people they do us proud. Not only that one, see football, see our team where they talk say hey they don't lose, then bounce back. Pepsi they celebrate this our spirit, and that now the reason why we carry this one come given now. Now we the ginger, now we the prosper, now we the conquer. Nigeria together, and I know say when we come together, we they make the impossible become possible. We they gallant. Remember, say you go stand gallant, put your hand for your chest, nod your head, and say I am Pepsi, Nigeria all the way. Pepsi, love it, David.
All right, let's go straight to the WhatsApp now.
Oh,
Najite is on.
Okay, this one from Apapa in Semayo and the ladies, kudos to you. Or where have people like you been? Okay, all this while, my question is this: what is your intention as the president elect?
The intention.
What is your intention?
Now to hit the ground running. And I don't, people ask me all the time.
Now, so Buhari say one hit the ground running. When he hit ground, finish the ground, fly and ground run for treatment.
The problem is that Buhari no even hit ground. Since he come, he never fit touch ground. Anybody will come to power for 6 months, not fit appoint ministers. That one they hit ground. Now where the thing is that they say, you know, I will go help you see to the future, not go from money, the day blurry. That one, Buhari, they clear to us, say the man was not ready. As they come power, they not even fit appoint ministers for 6 months. And as they come appoint ministers, see the kind of people they appoint as ministers.
And unfortunately, this is the first time a government is running a whole tenure without reshuffling of cabinet.
Exactly.
So all ministers are good.
Mm-hmm. And as things they go, as times they go, things are getting worse. The man just did there at the play. Last year, how many days we spent for London? Almost 100 days.
Yes.
You know, and the day we come, you just come like that, no apologies, no review, what happened to run. They go park the presidential jet at 5,000 euros per night for almost 100 days. You know what I mean? The man come finish, his son get accident, they park the guy, go jab again, go spend Nigerian money.
And when the son was coming back, they put billboards to welcome. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh my God.
More messages?
Yeah, I got one question for you, though.
Your own question?
Yes, my own question. Now, as Nigerians, we don't do survey, say we need electricity, we need to fight security problem, we need to fight healthcare inadequacy and all. As a president candidate now, what thing you would do concerning these issues?
Our own acronym for action is SPICER HIT.
Yes.
So we will tackle security, power, infrastructure, anti-corruption, economy, restructuring, health, education, agriculture, and tourism. On top of it, we'll put technology with technologically driven. Nothing like it. It's a digital era that is coming your way. You know, bye-bye to analog leadership.
All right, telephone, where are you? All right, who is on? Oh yes, we can hear you. I greet you too. All right. All right. So you are in your village now. That means you're not a year of life now. Oh. Okay. All right. So thank you for keeping the faith with us. Who there yet? Are you there? All right, we hear you. Who you be? Who is on to us? From UK. And that means you don't follow our program since? All right, so
thank you, Ayo.
Ayo, thank you, and I'm sure you'll not get question for him, but just to listen to us. Yeah, come. I sure whatever will bring you home.
Yes, you are welcome home. Come, make you come.
All right, sir. Thank you so much.
Okay, I got one person here for WhatsApp. Intate OPJ and ladies and President to be well done. Please tell us what you fit do for lights, roads, water, education, health, police and unemployment, even if all this can bring employment.
So as for light, we want to increase light from 7,000 megawatts to 24,000 because before Nigeria can even begin to consider itself as a serious country, we need 24/7 electricity. And part of what we want to do is to bring in solar energy. From the northern part, we generate 4,500 megawatts of solar energy to take join within the country, bring it from gas from the Niger Delta region. If you look at Enugu, coal still there, but we know the explorer. Although coal is a very difficult product, but we can still use as a clean coal technology out there that we can use to use coal to generate electricity. But the low-hanging fruits when they're there, now you go bring employment. Just to put together 4,500 megawatts of electricity, you will need to employ almost 2 million people. The infrastructure plans that we get to build roads ensures say every road for Nigeria from one region to the other be dual carriageway. That is over 200 and I think it's about 22,000 kilometers of roadway we need to build immediately. Now one will employ almost about You know, some 1 point something million people will walk to the build roads. The agriculture we won't bring, you know, go employ nothing less than another 2 million people, because fertilizer they will do, instead of buying Prado Jeeps, we will buy tractors.
Tractors,
They're available for people. To they use tractors from government to the, you know, plow their land. You know, you also have technology that is going to play a major role in agriculture that we are not bringing in now. Other countries, they use improved seedlings. Nobody they plant corn for 6 months anymore. Corn that can mature within 2 months, they all over the place, and they are not genetically modified. But the thing is, the government is just paying lip service, to agriculture. You heard the other day, the Minister of Agriculture said that they closed down rice mills for Thailand.
How many
so I said, if you get it closed for them, I say we get the ones where they pop up. There's only one rice mill for maybe Kirby. Yeah, it's Kirby, I think.
Maybe the lake rice.
So how can Thailand be closing down because of one lake rice mill where you get for here? But you know, say this is government by propaganda. But what I'm saying is that we won't employ 200 teachers, for example, train them for 6 months. We want to employ 160,000 health workers. Because when we do our research, now health be the #1 need when Nigerians get.
Yeah, people have to be fit.
But the belief we say, if you improve security, stress, less stress good day, people can live healthy. If power day, mosquito don't go fit, they deal with us the way they deal with us. Even you can sleep at night. Exactly, and the moment there's purchasing power for you, life will be better. That is why we are also targeting paying workers 100,000 as minimum wage. The same thing for coppers. Any copper they will accept. One thing I go do for NYC, I will not make NYC compulsory for people who don't want to do it.
It's not even supposed
to be. But anybody that is in the NYC that agreed to do it will be paid minimum wage of 100,000.
It was God's agenda, perhaps that will unify Nigerians. NYC. They not work.
All kinds of things.
It doesn't work.
Without justice, there can never be unity.
Okay, my going home question now. Yes. In the First Republic, regions were controlling their resources.
Yes.
Before Aguiyi struck.
Yes.
And aggregated all resources to the center.
Unitary government.
Oh yes. Now that all regions have wasted or abandoned their resources and focused on the oil. Now people are coming to shout and yearn for resource control.
Yes.
When you win, does the resource control have any place in your government?
Oh, absolutely. I will support it, that people control their resources. But I will also be quick to let people know that the best resource of the future may not be the one that we have now. So technology is coming. The people who are technological savvy are going to be the new people with gold and oil. And so if the basis for asking for resource control is oil, I'm sorry to inform our people in Niger Delta, oil will not last another 20 years.
Honestly.
One, we might run out of oil in this part of the world. Another thing, technology is coming so fast, nobody's going to be using petrol in the next 10 years. They'll be driving cars with solar panels on their head, and they'll be driving faster than the one that has petrol. They'll be driving cars that are using electricity, and they'll do better than, you know, or all kinds of other means of fueling cars are existing now. That if your future is dependent on oil, I'm sorry for you.
All right, so this platform is, in fact, we have opened 2019 pre-election studio.
Yes.
On this program.
Yes.
So this program is the political platform.
Yes.
For positive
political engagement.
Yes.
Yeah.
So while we wrap up now, I want to assure you that I have donated this platform for you to come as many times as you can come until the elections will be over.
No problem. And I also want to assure you that I'll come as many times as the elections are over, and I'll come back several times after I win as president.
Nobody tell me, Nobody was with me. He said that if I won, when I won, I will be coming again. Till now, you not coming again.
I know be everybody. politicians, but they are those ones that be real politicians. You know, I suppose don't know. Nobody them, they're nowhere in the day. We would different. But my own be say, you know, say, apart from say I be activist, I also be media person.
Oh yes, of course.
Now, in the last 12 years, I've set up a website, set up an online TV, I set up an online radio. You know, in fact, Omalicha, where's she? The one that used to be here. Is it Wazobia?
Reading FM. Reading FM.
She used to collaborate with us on online radio. So it's something that I love. I love free speech. I love media. In fact, I love media to the extent that I don't believe that any radio station should get a license.
Right.
Yes.
Freedom of speech, freedom after speech.
Yes, that's yeah. So we're promising freedom of speech and freedom after speech.
Right.
But the most important thing is also to use this platform to invite people to join us on social media.
Exactly.
My social media page is OMOYELE SOWORE. Sorry, a Facebook page. We also have a Facebook page for the campaign SOWORE 2019. We have SOWORE 2019 on Instagram, SOWORE 2019 on Twitter. And I also have Yele SOWORE, that's my private Twitter account, and I have Yele Show on Instagram. You see, I'm an all-rounder for social media world. And also SAHARA Reporters is there, but for now, I step back from SAHARA Reporters. I don't work for there anymore, I work for myself now.
Oh, yes. So
I'll need you. And we also want to use this opportunity to call on Nigeria. So we don't get Godfathers, no Godmothers. We are relying on Nigerians to support our movement, and how they can support us.
Let's change the system.
Yes.
Let's take Nigeria back.
Yes, let's take Nigeria back. Let's take it back. If you get home, take it back.
So, is this your parting shot?
Well, my parting shot, I don't want to give a parting shot since you say I will come back.
You will be coming for now.
For now.
But it's a pleasure to be here. This is my first time of coming on this show, and I really have enjoyed myself. I want to call on Nigerians to get their PVC. It's the permanent voter's card. That is your next. That's the place your next bridge is coming from. It's where your next school is coming from, and it's where your next absolute freedom is coming from. Without that particular small card, you won't be able to vote out the people that you hate so much or that hate you so much.
I suspect also that there is some kind of conspiracy on the PVC.
People are not getting it.
People are not getting it because the government of the day is aware that everybody is jostling for the PVC to vote them out.
Yes.
So I'm advising that to make more money for this country, can't they just make the PVCs for sale? 1,000 or 500. We'll buy.
We'll buy, yes. We'll do anything to send them out parking this time around. But you know, the most important thing is also to let Nigerians know that help is on this way.
Oh yes.
Yeah, wherever you might be, you know,
relief is
if you are under siege from, you know, all kinds of forces, whether it's in the plateau, you know. And by the way, I want to send my condolences to the families of people who died in plateau over these last few days. It's very sad.
Since the beginning of this administration, let's send condolences in arrears.
Yes, exactly.
Tomorrow another one will happen.
Oh yeah, yeah. But that's if it's not happening
every day.
now. But
which we don't pray.
But just to let people know that, you know, they have a chance to have this not become their lot by changing the people who are causing the problem. The cause of the problem is the current regime, either directly or indirectly. They are the ones encouraging this bloodletting in the land. And to stop it, we have to send them packing. It's as simple as that. With your PVC, and when you vote, you also have to stand your ground.
All right.
So that we don't have a repeat of Abiola's June 12th imbroglio.
All right, we cannot thank you enough. We look forward to you coming back again. Make I speak small English again. I do this, not this. I do a program on Sundays on Cool FM every Sunday, just weekly, 7 p.m. till 9. When the electionary campaign come proper, then you go to day here, we go to day Cool FM. I'm donating my 2 radio platforms.
Wow.
So
we should clap for him, huh?
So that's my time with Sowore, our next president of this country, God willing, and God is always willing.
Take it back. Yes.
God is willing for a change in this nation. The children have suffered so much in the hands of wicked politicians, murderous politicians, selfish politicians who are in government for waiting or they call self-aggrandizement. The end has come. People like Sowore are here now. So let's see how they want to do one again.
There's no going back, and there's no way
political revolution.
It's going to happen.
It's going to happen.
It's just a matter of weeks from now.
From now.
Yes.
All right. So thanks so much for coming.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming. We're grateful.
And I'm also closing, but I do leave my guests at 9 o'clock, but today I had to send them behind so that we can talk till 10, so they have just 1 hour to do. I've been thinking that I go, not be stressed, so it's your business. The older ones, when you saw Tinubu dancing shoki during the last electionary campaign with Olamide, you wouldn't believe he's an old man for hours on the stage. So you, for staying 2 hours with us here, you have tried, but you never tried to reach the Tinubu there.
No,
so we could have stayed till 11.
No, we do. When we go to do town hall meetings, we do 4 hours non-stop. We do 6 hours. Energy not be our problem. It's part of what we defeat them with stamina.
Yes, stamina. Yes. Because they are too old to stand there. So let's do it again as soon as possible. As your spirit leads. Yes. Whenever your spirit leads to bump into the studio, you just come at the same time. From once it's 7, just come around. I don't need formal notice. Let me join you. Say Sowore is at the gate. You are welcome.
Thank you so much.
All right.